So as you all know, I absolutely love Halo, and I always have ever since I was introduced to it back in 2003. But believe it or not, it was not the first FPS game that I loved. I remember the first FPS game I genuinely was enthralled with was Unreal Tournament. And I played this, I think in like 2002, maybe 2001, on my dad's computer. And let's just say, in 2001, I was definitely way too young to be playing Unreal Tournament. But my dad let me, and it was a blast. And granted, at the time, I wasn't playing a lot of online because I honestly wasn't allowed to. That was the one thing my parents didn't allow me to do when it came to video games, was play online. But that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to make here is that my love of FPS games started with games that were basically really popular arena shooters. And Halo just took what I loved and not only expanded on it, but it made it much more accessible to me because now I was able to play it on console as opposed to having to play it on my dad's computer or my friend's computer. But back then, it seemed like arena shooters were kind of on top of the world. I mean, you had Unreal Tournament, Quake, Halo, and they were all offering something unique to their player base. But as time went on, we started to see the decline of arena shooters, with Halo being really the only mainstream arena shooter left in the past decade. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what could possibly be a resurgence for this wonderful genre of gaming. So, let's get started. So it seems arena shooters are making a comeback, and I'm excited for it, because with all the recent overwhelmingly positive feedback from the Halo community during the Halo Infinite tech preview, it seems like Halo multiplayer is going back to being an absolute banger. And it's been a long time coming for Halo. I mean, we've seen the series take its bumps and bruises while under 343's tutelage, and with those missteps, the series' popularity has slowly dwindled over the past decade. And hell, I'd even argue that it didn't really start with 343, it kinda started with the end of Bungie's Halo, with Halo Reach. But right now, Halo MCC has been the shot in the arm that the community has needed to hold ourselves over until the release of Halo Infinite. And it's looking like that 6-year wait between Halo 5 and Halo Infinite is gonna pay off and then some. And with Halo Infinite launching later this year with an entirely free-to-play multiplayer across 2 generations of console as well as day and date on PC, it's likely that we'll be seeing more people playing Halo than we have in a very long time, if not ever before. And it opens up the opportunity to introduce an entirely new generation to what arena shooters have to offer. But while Halo is shaping up to be an absolutely incredible multiplayer experience, it's not enough by itself to bring back the arena shooter genre. So you're probably thinking, okay, Halo is great and all, but what else do fans of the genre have to look forward to? Well, recently I made a video talking about a game that is new to me, as I have found my way to it on console. But really, the game has been out for a while now on PC, and I am of course talking about Splitgate. Now, I've got an entire video of myself talking about Splitgate, and I'll leave a link in the description below for you to check that out if you want to. But in short, it's an arena shooter that takes obvious inspiration from games like Halo, Unreal, and even Quake, but it adds its own twist with the addition of a portal system that just raises the hell out of the skill ceiling in this game. You've got really tight gunplay, maps are well designed and offer a pretty good variety of different gameplay experiences, and right now this game's popularity has absolutely exploded after its launch on both Xbox and PlayStation consoles this past July. And with some server issues early on due simply to the number of people loading up the servers to play, the server issues have slowly but surely been stabilized, and wait times in the game's queue has been virtually non-existent for the last week or so, which is a good thing because that means that it will only get better from here on out. But in the meantime, this is a game that is a younger generation's introduction to arena shooters, and it's a breath of fresh air for folks my age and older who grew up playing these sorts of games. But it actually doesn't end there, because there are rumors of one of the OGs of arena shooters, Quake, possibly making a comeback. In fact, as recently as today, the day that I am recording this, it was revealed that a Quake remaster has been rated for all platforms and is actually available right now for purchase on both Xbox and PlayStation as well as PC after a shadow drop during the first day of this year's QuakeCon. And this is actually really cool. And of course it's available on Xbox Game Pass for console and PC, but if you're on PC you can also access Quake 2 and Quake 3 Arena. But unlike those games, Quake 1 is remastered for both PC and console. The remaster features new missions for single player as well as dynamic lighting, 4K resolutions, and 120 FPS on the new consoles. And it features both online multiplayer as well as local multiplayer with up to 4-player split screen. Now obviously this isn't exactly a remake, so it's going to look a little rough around the edges. I mean, it came out in 1996. I mean, my god, I was 2 years old when it came out. So it might be a bit of an adjustment for new players like myself trying to get into the old game. But if the game is half as fun as I've heard it is, then I'll have no problem putting aside the visuals to just enjoy a classic FPS game. But with all this focus on bringing back Quake, it begs the question, are we in store for some sort of reboot to the series? Because it's important to keep in mind that we haven't seen a new built from the ground up Quake on consoles since I think Quake 4 back on the 360. And if Halo succeeds the way we all expect it to, and Splitgate continues being the absolute juggernaut that it is right now, I think the younger generation of gamers would certainly be interested in playing a revamped and rebooted version of one of the godfathers of arena shooters. And of course, this is all speculation on my part. I mean, no one really knows as of this very moment whether or not there is a Quake reboot in production, but I'm allowed to hope. But in the meantime, with Halo launching later this year and Splitgate taking the world by storm, it looks like the genre will be in the best place it's been since the mid-2000s, and that's exciting for fans. But what do you guys think? Do you think that arena shooters are making a comeback? And if so, do you think it really has a chance to grab the attention of a younger generation of gamers? Leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on the subject. Leave a like if you liked the video, and please remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to keep up to date on all my future videos. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.